Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream lesson. Today we're going to be continuing with the Breval Sonata in C major, and we're going to be looking at the second movement, the Rondo. So let's get started, and I think this lesson is gonna be pretty straightforward. Rondo is a type of you can think of it like a genre or a song form. We talked about that last lesson, right? A rondo basically, if I write it down, rondo means there's an A section, which is the main theme. So it means that we have A section, and then there's the B section, right? Such as verse, chorus, like that, right? What happens here is we go back to the A, and then instead of going back to B, so it'd be like, instead of going to a chorus, we would go to a C, right? And then we go back to A. So basically, you're doing repeated sections of A, and then you're adding a little bit of different stuff by adding B section and C section. And you're going to notice that in the piece, and we're going to be finding out what those sections are. So, now that I explained that, let's take a look at our A section. So our A section is where it begins, right? And I'm going to mark it yellow. And let's go until here for now, okay? Alright, so we're in 6/8, meaning there's 6 beats and 8th notes gets the beat, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Sometimes I'm going to be counting like that, like 2, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So just be aware. And we have a pickup, right? So 1, 2, 3, 2, and 2, 3, and 1, 2. All right, let's go until there. And you can see we have grace notes here, and then we have a triplet here, right? So this, just remember that it's 1, 2, 3. So think of it like that. So so G gets 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, okay? So just remember how that fits. And then if we keep on going, the phrase continues until here. So starting from the second phrase now, right? End of first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 1. All right. So you'll notice how we have those grace notes, right? So the grace notes, I just want you to know, if it's giving you trouble rhythmically, when you're learning it, just don't do them, right? You can go like this. And that's perfectly fine, okay? I would much rather have you do that than develop bad habits trying to do the grace notes. So, when you're trying to do this grace notes, because it's gonna go fast, right? Eventually. So how I would think of the grace notes is think of the D and the C as the two 16th notes. Yep. So kind of like that. So if you think of it like that for the time being, it'll be much easier to play it in tempo, in rhythm, and then it'll also just sound better. So I highly recommend you do that. And same thing for here, right? The C. If you play it as on the beat as 16th notes, it's okay. Because eventually you'll get the feeling of how to make it shorter. But first, you need to get the fingering first. Okay? So let's just try until there. The first two lines, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and. Alright, so I'm playing it kinda almost to the tempo, but just practice it slowly. I should probably play it slower right now, right? But this first section isn't too difficult, I don't think. Okay, so let's keep on going from the forte, right? From here. Da, da, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. So let me just play it. 2, 3, and. Okay, not too bad, right? And then measure 13. And 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so that's going to be until there. That's our section A, right? That's going to be our A. And let me write some fingerings, bowings, up, up, dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. The double down bows and double up bows. We just gotta be careful of those. But other than that, pretty straightforward, this guy. Alright, so let's try the A section all together. And I'm going to play it slightly under tempo, okay? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, and 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, piano. And crescendo and get louder until here. And 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Alright, so that's going to be our section A. And the music is now going to go into section B. As I said, the music's going to go A, B, A, C, A, like that. I'm just going to quickly mark our second A, so we have our boundary, right? So when we go down here, that's our second A part. Okay, so let's take a look at our B part. And this one I'm going to mark it green. So let's just read through it slowly together from the B section, green section. So starting from E, first finger, right? So one, and we'll do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, F sharp, and all right. So remember that F sharp. This F sharp, right? Na-dum, bum, 4, da, da, 1, da, da. So from the B, first green. 2, 3, 2, 3, da, da, 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 2, 3, and all right. So let's go until there. So that's going to be basically the main part, the beginning of the green section, right? The beginning of the B section. I'm going to now mark in different colors because we established where the section is. So, and the hard parts will be marked with orange. Here, there's nothing too difficult. The green section, there's nothing too difficult. Just be careful of the F sharps, right? And try to do the dynamics. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, so besides the rhythm and making it a little bit lighter in the mood, just try to try to do more dynamics. Okay, so now let's just try the green section all together. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, da-dee, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, Get softer. And 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, so let's now talk about the orange section. I'll just quickly play it. So that's how it goes. Right now, you may be thinking, that's too much, it's too fast. But really, it's very simple. It'll take a little bit of time to get up to speed to like that. But really, just try and follow the tips I'm giving you, and you should be fine. So, let's take a look at this. So, something we need to figure out about this trick I use, and so you can see how we have groups of 6 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So instead of playing it straight, so figure out the notes first. Right? So figure out the groups of sixes that we need to play. So it'll be right? And what we're going to do is instead of playing it like that, we're going to play it like as if it were a quarter, or not quarter, an eighth and then 16th. So eighth, 16th, 16th, eighth, 16th, 16th, like that. So this is variation 1, right? So try to do that variation rhythmically for all of it, right? So that's variation 1. Practice that slowly, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do the second variation, which is going to be the reverse of that, which is 2/16 and then an eighth note. Dun 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 dun. So it will sound like this, right? So those are the two variations that you should work on, and then do it repeatedly, like how I'm doing. Do 5 times variation 1, 5 times variation 2. And then what you're going to do after is combine the two variations together, right? So variation 3 will be like that. Long, short, 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 long. Dun, 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 dun. And then variation 4 will be like that. So let's try variation 3. Variation 3 is combining first half of variation 1 and then second half variation 2, right? So it sounds like this. That's variation 3. Do that a while, do that a couple of times, right? And then do variation 4, which is first half will be variation 2 and then second half will be variation 1. So it sounds like this. Sorry. Right? So one more time. So if you, when you practice it like this, I find that doing it in this variations, it helps you kind of even out your fingers. Sometimes we play it unevenly rhythmically, right? It helps you develop coordination of your left hand and your right hand as well. And then practice it with a metronome. I think I forgot to mention that, but you should always practice with a metronome. So practice it slowly to get used to the fingering and all of that, and go through all the variations that I talked about. This is by far the fastest way you can learn fast passages. I don't know any other way, and obviously practicing with a metronome, right? But variations in rhythm, it helps you memorize your fingerings, memorize all the different notes in the passage, as well as coordination in your bow, right? So after you do all the different variation and practice it repetitively, hopefully you'll get to playing it like this. So the hard part, I think, is here. So what do I mean by that? When you go over to the A string, so you can see me raising my elbow just a little bit, right? And then here, instead of dropping down your elbow, you can push down your fingers to reach down to the D string. So I think that will help you get, I don't know, it's a smoother transition. Don't freak out too much about the string crossing. So the trick is kind of get your elbow weight slightly over to the A string, and then what you're going to do is reach down to the D string with your fingers. I'm going to erase that. Bow fingers. Elbow on A string. So what do I mean by that? So those two, right? So bow finger is when you're doing that, right? And bow elbow on A string means your elbow is high enough to reach over to the A string, but your bow hand can still reach the D string, right? So that's gonna help a lot. And also try to stay closer to the middle of the bow. I think that is going to help you get a lot more speed. Play in the middle of the bow. So this trill, right? Because 4, 3, 4, 1, 3. Trills with fourth and third finger kind of suck. I really don't like them. So if you can do more than 2, I think 2 is the minimum, right? 1, 2, like that, right? If you can do 2 trills minimum, that would be fantastic. If you can do more, that's even great. So if you can only do 1, that's perfectly fine. Maybe I think you can do 2 because 2, 3. So try and go for 2. When we play faster, right? It it'll sound fast enough, right? So something I would suggest, pull the bow so on this up bow, so don't go all the way back to the frog, right? If you go all the way back to the frog, you're going to end up trying to play fast near the frog, and that just causes all kinds of trouble, okay? So say, so you can land in the middle of the bow right here, right? And then the second time, we do the same thing as the line before, right? So it really is the same thing. Just try to be relaxed, breathe a lot, relax your shoulders, use your elbow fingers on your bow arm, right? And you should be okay. Da da dee dee dum ba dee 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 dum. Okay, so blue phrase is pretty straightforward. That's pretty much it. Remember that the beat falls on 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1, like that. If we take a look at here, 4 G, F sharp, F natural, E, F sharp, G, right? Going a little bit chromatic here. Da, 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 da. As well as here. You know what? I think I like 1-1 much better here. One, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's the bowing and fingering for the B section. Something I will mention as far as the dynamics go, when the basic rule of dynamics is the bow. If you use more bow, you're going to get more sound. If you use less bow, you're going to get less sound. So just keep that in mind. The speed of the bow doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but because the faster your bow is moving, the more bow you're using, right? But there's also a limit to that because you can't use too much bow when you're playing super fast, right? For example, you can only use so much there, right? So kind of just play around with the volume of the sound with how much bow you're using. And that's basically how you control the dynamics. Dynamics happen with your bow. Just remember that. All right, let's try and do the entire B section. Okay? All right. From the green phrase. From the top, slightly under tempo, but we'll play it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, go. Piano, let's bow. 2, 3, and relax. A section. Same thing. So, as you notice, I just went straight through the A section, right? So the A section is exactly the same as the first A. So I think I'll just kind of skip through talking about that. Remember, if you have any questions, you can always drop a chat or drop a comment. Just write the measure number and then the question, right? Okay, so now that we have the B section covered, let's figure out the C section. So we play the end of the second A will be the end of the page, and the C section now. Let's do purple. I like purple. So here is where C section begins. And as I did before, I'm just gonna mark where the A comes back, just so we have a goal. It's basically the whole page that we have to learn. That's the whole C section. Okay? Alright. After the chords, so you play the chord, we go to fourth position, right? 4. Hopefully you know your positions by now. Let's go. So fourth position, fourth finger on D, and then A. So that's how we begin. And then go back to the first position, right? So here we're in fourth position. And then here we go back to first position. Right? The 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's go slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and ta. 2, 3, and. So, second time through. shift to the second position, we're going to do an extension. E, C natural, A on the second position, right? In D string. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 1. Here, same thing. Dun, 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 dun. Extension, dun, dun. Be careful of the sharps, right? So if we keep on going here, C, and then here E, F sharp, G sharp, those are going to be extension. So normal, B, C, D, that's normal first position. And then E, F sharp, G sharp will be the first position extension downwards. And it just ends on a open A. And same thing here. Da 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 da, extension, da da, open, dun dun, 1. So pretty straightforward, the purple section. Let's keep on. Let me play the purple section all together. And we'll keep on going, okay? Slightly under tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, fourth position. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, da, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 2, 3, and. That's the beginning of the C section. The minor, it's the minor section of this, right? And then we kind of have a mood switch. Let's go with blue. And here is not completely different, but so here we go into start playing in different key, and maybe you'll start to notice also. So we go F natural, A, C natural, and then all of a sudden we have a B flat. A wild B flat appears. So remember, there's 2 open Ds here. So remember, this will be an extension backwards. Right? Extension back. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, and 3, 1, 2. Okay. Let's just go through that until there. So here, if you know your scales and your key signatures, this is where we go into F major. So F major has one flat, B flat, right? And that's why we constantly play B flat in this section. Right? So try to practice your B flat or your F major, right? Or at least this extension from the extension of first finger and second finger, it's gonna use a lot of that here. And the trick is, don't squeeze your thumb when you're doing the extension. You can see how I'm kind of floating my thumb here. You really don't need to squeeze your thumb. I'm always constantly kind of pulling the cello towards me. Right? This section right there, it's a little bit tricky. Try to play in the middle of the bow, just like in the fast part in the beginning, right? So, starting from measure 86, right? 2, 3, 1, 2. Up, double up bow. Dun, dun, dun. So here, jump back. So here it's B natural, right? So be careful of the B natural. And then when you do the scale down here, it's going to be B flat. And this, same thing as before, do the different variation tricks. Right? So if you go through all the different variation, your fingers are going to be very comfortable with playing all the notes in the passage. So yeah, let's keep on going. Let's go back to green. So here it's pretty straightforward. Just be careful of the B flats again, right? And then here, same thing. Middle of the bow. Pull. So when you play the up bow, try to play only to the middle of the bow. That's gonna help you. 1, 2, 3. different phrase. Dun. Phrase ends here. Green phrase ends there. Here, same thing. I will practice without the bowing first, without the slurs, excuse me. So practice the different variation things that we talked about on the last page, right? The rhythmical variations on how to increase the speed, right? So practice without the slur. So you get your fingers nice and comfortable with those passages. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do the same rhythmical pattern along with the bowing. So along with the slurs. You're going to do, so if you do variation 1 with the bowing, it'll be like this. Right? If you do variation 2. So that way you're also getting, you're also practicing playing it fast and playing it in that different rhythmical patterns with the bowing as well. Pretty straightforward, this passage. I'm gonna go from let's do the green and then I'll go on, okay? One, two, three, say. Right? Actually, yeah, I should write that. Alright, so the red phrase is going to be kind of like the transition back into the A section. 2, 3, 1. So here, try and break. Right, so try and stop the bow. Stop the bow and then shift. So you're kind of, yeah, you're stopping the bow, doing double down, double ups, like that, right? So, stop. Stop. 1 here, right? 1 1. So 4 0 1 1. 1 1. So right, that's, I think. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I guess you can do that. If you want to, you can do 2 here and then shift down to the 4, right? Instead of hopping over, you can just shift to the first position, which you're going to go down to anyways. That's one option, or you can just stay in position, you know. That's one option. I'm gonna write it in parentheses. Same here. You can do 2, or you can do 4, or you can do 2. Right? Or either way, you're gonna go back to the first position. All right, and then we go back to the A section. Right? All right, so let's try and go through all the C section for now. Right? And then I'll play the A section one last time, and I think that'll be it for today. All right, so C section, let's go slightly under tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, purple, and go, and 2, 3, and first position. And more go. B-flat. 2 and da-da-da. 2, 3 2, 3, 1 and Alrighty, so that's gonna be my practicing guide for this piece. There's a lot of things that you can spend time on working. Take your time learning it. Go slowly at first. I know it's very exciting to play fast and things like that, but learn it slowly first. Get the rhythms exact, and the groove and all that. Really, uh, yeah, really exact, and also that you can feel it, right? Instead of counting it in your head, you should be able to feel it in your body. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this piece, and as always, I hope this video helped. This lesson helped in teaching you how to tackle some of the problems here, some of the difficult passages here. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. I'll try and get to it. Just write the measure number and then write your question. And yeah, next time, I think we're almost ready to start looking at the first Bach suite. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. And thanks for watching. All right, happy practicing. Bye.